On behalf of the graduates, I welcome trustees, administration, faculty, family, and friends to the 192nd commencement of Pinkerton Academy. We welcome you all because without all of you and your continued support, we would not be here today. We were children, and now we're growing up. We followed your examples, and you've been inspirations to us. I know I speak for everyone when I say we were all so very young as freshmen. However, I have seen us change, grow, mature, and take steps forward over the years. Today, we move forward again. Whether it is college, the military, trade school, or the workforce, we join you in the real world after this ceremony. Today is not just about those of us who are graduating, but each and every one gathered here. We celebrate the culminating success of all our hard work and your guidance over these 4 years. It is a great honor to share this day with all of you. It is my pleasure to now introduce the Dean of Faculty, Mrs. Lannon.
Good morning and congratulations to the class of 2010. It is with great pleasure that I introduce the class of 2010 salutatorian Lexi Hamsmith. Just recently, I had the pleasure of sitting and talking with Lexi, and it was evident from our conversation that Lexi is a mature and serious student who has set high goals for herself and who is willing to work hard to achieve them. What makes this young lady stand out as this year's salutatorian is that reaching this position was not an easy feat for her. Her childhood background was challenging, including over 15 moves across country until settling in Derry, New Hampshire, and attending Pinkerton Academy her sophomore year. Lexi is an example of someone who has overcome adversity in her life and who has become successful from the experience. In our conversation, she disclosed to me that it is her background that has shaped who she is today. The constant moving made her more aware of cultural differences and taught her how to interact effectively with people. Her challenging childhood experiences have made her a more caring, tolerant, and understanding individual, as demonstrated through her participation with PALS, the Just Like Us Club, the Pinkerton Transfer Mentor Program, the Soup Kitchen, and the Manchester Families in Transition Program. Lexi knew from a young age that an education was what was needed to succeed in life and made it a goal to one day be top of her class. To reach this goal, she conscientiously made the decision to challenge herself by taking the demanding courses offered, including the Honors Diploma Program and 7 advanced placement courses in the areas of science, math, and English. Lexi's hard work, dedication to her courses, and high grades earned her a GPA of 101.69, along with numerous awards, including the Mount Holyoke Book Award, Granite State Scholar Award, and the German Book Award. She was also inducted into the National Honor Society, Foreign Language Honor Society, and received an invitation to attend St. Paul's 5-week summer program, where she participated in the Chinese language and culture program. And Lexi described this as the best time in her life. Lexi is passionate about science and credits this passion to the teachings of John Breeda, Kathy Little, Steve Gundrum, and Maureen Granger. In talking with several of these teachers, they all agreed that Lexi is a model student with a positive attitude, tremendous work ethic, and who is extremely conscientious. As science teacher Kathy Little stated, Lexi is a dedicated learner with strong academic and intellectual potential, and because of this, her pursuit of becoming a chemical engineer is definitely obtainable. Lexi, daughter of Vicki Hamsmith and sister to younger brothers Tyler and Cody, will be pursuing her education at Northeastern University in the fall, and we wish her the best. I now give you Lexi Hamsmith, class of 2010 salutatorian.
Mr. Burnham, trustees, Reverend Acevedo, Headmaster Anderson, administrators, faculty, staff, families, friends, and the class of 2010. I would like to welcome you all to the 192nd commencement ceremony of Pinkerton Academy. I speak for everyone here when I congratulate you, the members of the class, on a successful 4 years at the Academy. We can all take a deep breath and relax because we finally did it. High school is over. The sound of pomp and circumstance is ringing in our ears, and the excitement can be felt buzzing in the air as the 800 or so graduates here anxiously await the diplomas that they have worked so hard towards getting for 12 long and hard but extremely rewarding years of school. I'm sure that most of us cannot wait to get out of here and never look back, cannot wait to start our lives fresh because the Academy is finally behind us. All of the projects, sometimes completed the night before, the countless pages of junior and senior essays, and the detailed lab reports, all of the early mornings, the energizing power naps, and the cups upon cups of coffee, all of the long walks from the chapel to the top of the English building, the humid days of having last period in the social studies wing, and the exciting but bittersweet senior events, such as corn roast and banquet. Though at times it was tough, Pinkerton will be missed so much. Countless memories have transpired here in the past 4 years, which we perhaps call the best years of our lives. But it is time to move on. For surreal as it is, high school is actually over. Though many of us want to move on, we must remember not to overlook Pinkerton Academy, for it has been this institution and the people in it who have been a huge part of our transition into adulthood. Even though the fleeting 4 years of high school will soon be distant memories, as will many other important parts of our lives, they will leave a vast impression upon every aspect of them, all of the facets of which morph together into one all-encompassing puzzle, the puzzle that is you. You will grow to see that the stretches of time and different experiences that you encounter are pieces of that puzzle, each as important as the last. For together as a whole, they define you and who you are. It is the acquisition of these pieces that changes your puzzle and is what changes you. Change is an inevitable phenomenon, and though it can be frightening, the risk is worth it in the end. The peril of change comes with the fact that one can never predict exactly what will happen, because unlike most puzzles, there is no template to follow. There is not a box that comes with step-by-step instructions on how the puzzle should be put together or how it should look, just as there are no instructions to life. The decision is yours to choose which pieces to include and where to put them in order to create the image of yourself that you desire. Up to this point in our lives, it has been those around us who have helped us to insert different pieces in our puzzles. Our parents and loved ones have helped to construct the border. They created an outline while our friends and mentors helped guide our selection of other pieces, aiding us on our respective journey towards the completion of our puzzles and ourselves. Well, today, we finally have the chance to break through the restrictions others have placed on us. Today is the day that we are no longer enclosed by pieces others have given us, and we are granted freedom in the discovery of ourselves. From this point forward, we will be able to accurately define who we are and what we want. We can finally rejoice because we now have the ability to choose, the ability to direct our own lives. As Henry Van Dyke once said, "In the progress of personality, first comes a declaration of independence and then a recognition of interdependence." In time, we will all figure out that while the leap to autonomy is gratifying, we can't completely abandon those who have always been there for us. Although in the moment, it's exciting to be on our own, something it seems that we've been waiting an eternity for, we will realize just how naive we really were and how much we still need help from others. Shortly, we will all grasp the first pieces of the puzzle that we truly choose for ourselves. While these may be different for each of us, from the transition to college, service to our country, or the entrance into the workforce, they all represent the same bittersweet yet frightening leap from comfort and safety to independence and naivete. We realize that with independence comes the acquisition of knowledge through classes such as algebra, psychology, and senior English, experience through making many mistakes, and responsibility through handling and approaching those mistakes as mature adults. No longer will mom be there to make you bacon and eggs every morning, and no longer will you have the comfort of knowing that if you sleep through the alarm clock, she will barge into your room making more noise than the loudest alarm clock. No longer will dad be there to foot the bill if you're short on cash, and no longer will your little brother be there to make you smile with his vibrant imagination and silly stories that act as much-needed distractions, especially in senior year. Those parts of your life will always have an effect on your puzzle, just as the outline will always be roughly the same, for it has always acted as the foundation that gave shape to your individuality. Even still, all of these pieces will become less prominent as you take responsibility for yourself and the rest of your life, steering yourself in the direction you ultimately desire. The majority of us, though, will not be able to understand the impact of our independence, and we won't know how to deal with these changes until encountering them firsthand. This experience in and of itself will result in new puzzle pieces. Our puzzles act as summations of everything that we have learned, all of our life lessons, pieces of wisdom, jubilant moments as well as tear-filled ones, and regrets. They represent how much we have grown, from little toddlers learning to walk to rather shortly graduated adults learning to walk into the real world. As every day goes by, so do many opportunities, many possible pieces to add to our puzzles, giving us the chance to pursue our dreams, whatever they may be. There are so many prospects at our disposal, so many different pieces to choose from. I urge each and every one of you to not take those opportunities for granted. Take the risks and take advantage of every single chance, because once they are gone, and you cannot get them back. Do whatever you can to ensure your happiness. Reach for the stars, for we are Astros after all. As we continue through life, we will meet responsibility head-on as we are forced to pick and choose among these opportunities, which are worthy of being added to our puzzles. The first of these being what to do after high school, which many of us have already made. Perhaps we will make the right decisions, perhaps not. With these decisions, though, we will acquire different pieces of wisdom and experience that help us to become more knowledgeable and understand ourselves a little bit more. We will all struggle to define who we are by setting goals and expectations, attempting to meet them and sometimes failing, changing our majors, transferring schools, permanently leaving home, making new lifelong friends, and losing touch with old ones. We will be constantly interchanging the different pieces of our puzzles, and in 20 years, we will all look back and reflect on how much we have changed, but also on how this change has helped us to define who we are. It is experience that makes the different shapes, colors, and sizes of our puzzles change. It is what helps change us. It is what helps us discover the beauty of our puzzles, our lives, and everything in them, and ourselves. I cannot tell you what your puzzle will look like, what individual pieces will be in it, or what the representation of you will turn out to be. It all depends on what you piece together, what sort of picture you create for yourself. As you experience life and its many changes, both in independence and responsibility, your puzzle will go through metamorphoses with you, shifting in rhythm with the adjustments you encounter in your own life. Ensure that these changes make you happy. Live every day to the fullest, and don't allow yourself to settle for anything less than what you want. This is your opportunity. Make it what you will and embrace the future. From this point forward, it's all in your hands, starting with this next piece, your diploma.